Hi folks, I'm Spencer, and on this episode of Cult Mania we're doing something a little bit different. I am going to be reviewing the contents of this box of horror films. Now, to do this, I have picked a box from my collection at random. I have not looked at what is inside, I've not checked the spreadsheet that I made to find films on, and I'm going to, for each film in here, I'm going to give myself 30 seconds to attempt to review it. You with me so far? Now, the only problem I've come up with for this is that I have not seen every film in this house, so this might not go to plan at all. If a film comes up that I have not seen, I'll review the box, or I'll make up a review for the film. I don't know. I'll tell you whether I think it looks interesting. So like I said, I've not looked in here, I don't know what is in this. This box is just labelled Horror Older. That might not even be an accurate title anymore, because I know that it got to a point where we were like throwing away old versions of things like DVDs, and just any old crap ended up in any old box, so I don't even know whether these are old horror films or not. But like I said, 30-second reviews. I've got no doubt this is going to go terribly. This is definitely going to go terribly. So I've got my timer set up. Let's have a look in this first box. This isn't too bad, I don't think. No, we can work with this one. This is okay. And it's a pretty accurate box. First film. The Last Horror Movie, starring Caroline Munro and Joe Spinell. They were in Maniac together, they really liked working together, so they did this film. It was shot at the Cannes Film Festival. They would just sort of hijack other people's premieres to film it. It's got some relatively gory bits in it. There's an old lady, which might be Joe Spinell's mom, who is appalling in this film. But I mean, generally, it's okay. It's nothing. I don't think anyone should be really rushing out to go and see this. I'm not going to remember the order these went out in. This is going to really mess up my spreadsheet. Bride of Reanimator. It's not as good as Reanimator. I mean, it's alright. There's some really cool ideas. There's some really cool imagery in this. Some good effects. But they're all right at the end of the film. It takes a long time to get going, and yeah, it's alright, but I mean, Reanimator is a classic. This isn't nearly as good, I don't think. Videodrome by Cronenberg. It's a really good film. It's got James Woods in it, which is a bit shit now, but it's got Debbie Harry in it, which is good. It's got some really cool special effects. I think it's dated ever so slightly. I don't know why they keep saying that they're going to remake it, because I'm like, it doesn't really, I don't think it would work anymore. But no, I mean, it's got some of Cronenberg's most iconic moments. I mean, having a fanny in your stomach, that's awesome. Manhunter by Michael Mann. This is the best, like, Hannibal Lecter, Thomas Harris adaptation. It's proper creepy, it's got a really good score. Brian Cox is really good as Hannibal. I mean, he's not Anthony Hopkins, he's not Matt Mikkelsen good. I think that is the best version of this story, but Hannibal is just the best version of anything to do with Hannibal. But this is really, really good. I was very surprised how much I enjoyed this. I love the opening, like, murder sequence with the lights and the mirrors and all that stuff. That's really, really, really creepy and really good. Didn't set a timer on that one. I have no idea how long that was. Demons 1, Demons 2. I'm going to be reviewing these properly in a couple of weeks when they come out in Ultra HD, but these are some of the most fun, dumb, splattery Italian films you can ever watch. The first one especially is great, and I love the guy that plays the pimp, and I love that they brought him back for the second one. These are just so ridiculous. I love the soundtracks in them. Everything about these films is brilliant. I can't wait to watch them again in Ultra HD. This is going to be awesome. Coffee break. Don't Torture a Duckling by Lucio Fulci. This is the film that he likes out of his stuff the best. It's alright. I think it's an acquired taste. It's quite slow. It's quite depressing, really. But I do absolutely love the bloke at the end having his face scraped off by a cliff, because that is one of the best deaths for anything ever. It's really quite dark. It has like child murder and rapey priests and stuff. It's a heavy going film, but it's worth a watch. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This film is far more fun than it ever should have been. I mean, it's dumb. It's a 12. It's a 12. It's really good though. I wish we got... I'm surprised we never got more Killer Clowns from Outer Space movies, because it's just a lot of fun and it's got really good practical effects. I mean, that's what these guys have always done. It's great. Good party film. The original version of Carrie. I'm not crazy about this film. I thought it was really, really boring. I find the split screen stuff a bit tedious, and I mean, I didn't really care about anyone in it. I think the rampage at the end is really anticlimactic. I'm losing people, I know, but I just couldn't get on with it. I want someone to do a really good Carrie, because I don't think anyone has done it yet. This is the worst time ever. It is not working for me. Okay, Orphan. This is actually one that I haven't seen, but I have seen most of it because they watched it on Gogglebox, so I know the twist, which is kind of why I've not watched it. Oh, it's a good twist, but it's a bit crap if you know it going in. It's not very good cover. As I said, I'd review the covers. Doesn't really give me much. They're doing a second one, aren't they? Which is really weird. I don't know how that's going to work at all, but I mean, all power to them. Shivers, Cronenberg's first film. I mean, it's got everything that makes Cronenberg good in it. It's just like the prototype version. I mean, slugs that make you horny. That's as Cronenbergian as you can get. It's got Barbara Steele in it. She's cool. No, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought. It is a bit ropey, but I mean, it's a first film, and it's interesting to see that how his ideas developed later on. Rabbid. This is one of my absolute favourite Cronenberg films. I think this is one of his best ones. It's a very cold film, but I don't know, there's just something about it. Its tone really works, and I think Marilyn James is really good in it. It's just, I don't know, I think it's a really clever film. I like how it uses sort of porn concept and has Marilyn James in it. I think that's really clever. I mean, armpit vampires, again, it's just a really cool concept. The Wicker Man, one of the best films ever. Super weird, not particularly scary. The best musical ever made, because I absolutely adore all the songs in this. They're in this as well. They're in this edition. Just brilliant. Christopher Lee at the height of his power. I know it's his favourite film that he was in. I could watch this any day. And fish masks and all that shit. Really cool. Cannonball Apocalypse with John Saxon in it. This is probably one of those ones that he would have told you he wasn't in. It's ridiculous. It's not a very good cannibal film, but it's rampaging Vietnam vets that do eat people, but mainly just go around shooting people. It's got the fantastic shot where someone gets shotgun through the stomach and then the camera like goes through the shotgun wound. That's really cool. It was banned because they set a mouse on fire. Yeah, it's an interesting film. It's not amazing. Perhaps could do with a better re-release. Zombie Flesh Eaters. I've already reviewed this on channel. This is an older version, but I mean, you know, it's great. I've told you it's great before. It's got a shark that eats a zombie. It's got a bit where a woman's eye gets poked out with a big splinter. It's one of the best zombie films ever. You already know that. You've already seen it. It's awesome. And for the last one in the box, The Exorcist. I am not a massive fan of The Exorcist. I think there are really good ideas in it. I'm far more interested in like the priests and all the stuff with like the statue being attacked and the crisis of faith stuff than I am with like the mom. I just, yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. I don't really know why. So that was me doing shit reviews for all the films in that box. This doesn't obviously discount them from being reviewed properly down the line. It was just, I wanted to do something a bit different. I've made an absolute mess. There's DVDs everywhere. I'm not happy about it. I've got to try and remember what order they went in this box now. Let me know if you enjoyed me doing these 30-second reviews. I'm sorry, they were probably awful. You've probably got no idea whether these films are any good or not. But if you want more videos like this, I promise I'll try and make it a bit better. Let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. And I shall see you next time.